Namaste viewers, welcome to Jnana Degula channel. In this video, we'll come to the end of this first Prathama Adhyāya, Prathama Pāda of this Brahma Sutras. And at the end, we'll try to summarize whatever that is there in this first Adhyāya and then first Pāda, what it exactly refers to and what the summary of everything. The end goes like this: Iti Srimad KṛIṣṇa Dvaipāyana Krita Brahma Sūtreshu Prathama Prathama Pāda Samaptaha. It's only ending phrase. Thus ends the first section, that is the first Pāda of the first chapter Adhyāya of the Brahma Sūtras. This is authored by Sri KṛIṣṇa Dvaipāyana, that is Vyāsa. Here KṛIṣṇa Dvaipāyana is another name for VedavyāAsa, the author of the Brahma Sūtra. This is the end of this. So now let us go to the summary or complete in brief the details of this Prathama Pāda, first section of this first chapter. This particular section, this Sutras, it lays the foundation of Vedanta philosophy. It is the foundation. So here there are two main important questions which are answered. One is, whom should we inquire into, or what is the whom should we go for, inquire into? The answer is that we should inquire into Brahman. That Brahman is the supreme reality. See here, Brahman doesn't mean that Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, these three murtis. Three murtis are different. This Brahma is different. That Brahman is that supreme reality. That is what Brahma means, supreme reality. That is what it says. This Prathama Pāda says you have to inquire into that Brahman. And now the second question is, from where do we get the message? Where do we learn about this Brahman? It clearly says we learn about Brahman from the Upanishads. All these Upanishads, Dashopanishad and many Upanishads, it is not from any logic, it is not from any other text, or it is not from, the absolute source for this is Upanishads. These two are the questions and this is the answer. Now, let us try to get some gist of the simple gist of each sutra in this section. See, the first sutra, it starts, now begins the inquiry to Brahman. It says, this is the purpose of life, to know the ultimate truth. That is the purpose of life. So, Atatav Dharma Jignasa, it goes like this. Now, the second, Brahman is that from which everything originates, lives and returns. This is how it is defined. Brahman, that source, that Brahman is that one from which everything originates. There is nothing like, physical, non-physical, metaphysical, that, whatever you name it. It all originates from this Brahman. It stays for some time. Lives means it is there for some time. Then it goes back. It returns to that. So, Brahman is the source and support of this one, because it has to stay there for some time. Whatever that originates, it has to stay for some time. That is the support system. And then it again goes back to this Brahman. This is the second sutra. And the third says the scriptures teach about Brahman. The Upanishads are the only source from which you can learn this Brahman. So now scriptures, there are a lot of things in scriptures, like performing rituals, all yagna, yagas, all this, those so many things. So this fourth sutra says the scriptures aim at knowing Brahman. They teach us about Brahman, and not only that, they not only just performing rituals. Of course, performing rituals are also there. Ashwamedha Yagna, that, this, and so many things, They are all there, but the major aim is, along with it, is knowing Brahman. Now there are from 5th to 11th sutras, where the theories like Sankhya, that is Pradhana, atomic theories, Vaisheshika, they can't be the source. Only Brahman fits there. Only the definition as described in the Vedas, described in the Upanishads, it fits. This is the gist here. Now the next about 8 to 10 sutras, they give examples from Upanishads are given to show that they talk about Brahman. They talk about only Brahman, and only one and only Brahman, not about any other things like prana, jiva, soul, food, that, this, and all those things. There may be references to that for an incidence, but not they. But they talk about Brahman only. The next is, even if some passages say, there are some sutras here from 21 to 27. It says, even if some passages seem to speak of other things, they look like they are describing Jiva, they are describing something else. But their deeper meaning is only Brahman. They always refer to this Brahman only. That is the sutra. That is what the sutras affirm. Now some more 4 or 5 sutras. It says scriptural passages may use in the scriptures, in these Upanishads. Some passages may use symbols like space, light, food, so many things, but they all ultimately point to Brahman. This is what the gist is about. So some takeaways, the Upanishads teach us about Brahman and only Brahman, and which is that eternal truth. The purpose of the life is to know Brahman and not just to do rituals. It also says, it's not just doing rituals. Rituals are a part, okay, anyway. But the ultimate goal is to know the Brahman. So now, what is Brahman? Brahman is beyond this matter, beyond this body, beyond this mind, beyond all these things. That is Brahman. Whatever you perceive, whatever you see, it is beyond all these perceptions. So, all spiritual inquiry must begin with the question, who or what is that ultimate cause? Who is that cause? What is that? For all this that is happening in this universe or multiverse or whatever you call it, for all things, what is the cause? What is the root for that? That is the preliminary question that we should ask. So here the scriptures may use symbols, stories, so many things. But all of them, they are only incidental and they point to this Brahman. This is the important takeaway here. To summarize, the first section of the Brahma Sutra shows that Brahman alone and alone is the cause of the universe, and only the Upanishads can reveal it. This is the just a total summary. Yes, with this, we conclude this episode of this summary of the first Pāda, first Adhyāya. Please like, share, and then subscribe to our channel. Please go through this video completely and then post your comments in the comment box. Thank you, viewers, for your valuable time in listening to this. Thank you.